The live trace feature inside of Illustrator is wonderful for starting off with photographic content and turning that into vector artwork. However, there may be times when you want to take vector artwork and actually turn that into pixel-based artwork. Starting off with something that's vector and then turning into pixels is called rasterizing it. You may do that if you want to create some interesting design element, like purposely scale something up in size so that you can actually see the pixels in the file. Alternatively, you may need to turn something into raster so that you can display it on the web using a GIF or a JPEG format, for example, as well. I've opened this file called Rasterizing Artwork, which you can find inside of Chapter 15 in your exercise files. And I'm simply going to start off by selecting it, going to the Object menu, and choosing the setting here called Rasterize. I can choose which resolution I want to rasterize it at. For example, I could use a very low resolution. I could also choose Other to go to a really low resolution. For example, should I rasterize this at maybe 20 pixels per inch, I might get a really interesting and cool effect, again, depending on what I might be working with. I'll press undo here because I want to show you that I also have the ability to export this for the web. There's a setting inside of Illustrator under the File menu called Save for Web and Devices. If I choose this option, I could take my artwork right now and view what it might look like in several different versions. For example, right now this is what my artwork would look like rendered in a browser using the GIF file format. However, I can choose to preview that as a JPEG image or as a PNG, for example. Once I choose a particular image, for example, maybe a GIF, I can see what that particular image would look like if I reduced the number of colors inside of it, or if I change some of the settings, for example, interlacing it or turning on some of the dither settings. Once I'm done, I could either click on this button down here to preview it inside of my default web browser. So for example, this is what my image would look like when displayed in a web browser. It tells me the settings here. It even gives me some of the code that I could use to copy and paste into a web page if I wanted to. But I'll come back into Illustrator here. Once I'm done, I can either click on the Done button, or I could choose Save to actually save my image as a GIF.